welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Wop, a podcast where we talk about pop music. We're going to deep dive a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. Music can be a revelation. It's an orchestra of angels and we're going to have a celebration. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. It's a nice day to start again. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson.
They say we're young and we don't know. They are only half right.
Which randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past are we looking at this week?
Well, as you heard in my lyrical clues in the intro there, we're going to the 21st of August, 1985.
The 21st of August 1985, I say to reiterate, in the top 40, there were obviously loads of other songs, such as Tarzan Boy by Baltimore, Cherish by Kool and the Gang, In Between Days by The Cure, Frankie by Sister Sledge, She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult, and Don't You Mess With My Toot Toot by Denise LaSalle. So all this kind of stuff is going on.
What had happened just over a month before?
Live Aid.
Yes, we are in the shadow of Live Aid. I'm going to say straight away, Andy, we might be at peak pop.
How do you mean?
I don't really know. I can't back that up.
Peak pop may be for a certain generation, but of course the charts roll around and keep on going, so who knows? In other music news, there was, apart from Live Aid, Michael Jackson was just about to buy the publishing rights for all them Beatles songs. And in the United States of America, the PMRC, do you know what that is?
Is it their version of PRS?
No, it's a Parents Music Resource Centre. They were going to Senate over some music censorship being opposed by Dee Snider, Frank Zappa and John Denver, among other people.
They wanted to censor them, or they were opposed to the censorship?
The artists were opposed to censorship, and the Parents Music Resource Centre was all for, let's say, stopping people expressing themselves.
How could they? The number one album on the 21st of August 1985 was Now That's What I Call Music 5, which I didn't own, but that's okay, because none of the songs in this top 10 are on it.
Really?
Yeah, but I did have the next one, Now That's What I Call Music 6, and 4 of the songs that are in this top 10 are on that.
I personally bought 20%, not at the time of singles, but subsequently on best-ofs and compilations and all that kind of thing. So I'm engaged with the charts, I'm going to say, James. I was just waiting for school to finish, to be honest, at this point.
Well, it was the middle of August, so...
That's true.
What were you still doing there?
What was I doing there? I just left school, so I was... Yeah, that had just happened.
And how did that make you feel?
Like a big boy in big boy shoes.
Well, I was only 8, so I was just about to head into second year junior, but I was completely into pop music at this point.
Ah, great.
Yeah, I wanted to be a radio DJ, and I used to pretend to host a radio show, which I would record on a Fisher-Price tape recorder in my bedroom by playing records on my Fisher-Price record player.
What tragic behaviour. The only thing that could be worse is getting middle-aged and talking about top 10s from the... Oh, my God.
Yeah, how things have not changed whatsoever.
I wish we had some mid-80s stats.
This UK Top 10 contains 4 UK number ones, 4 songs going up, 5 going down, and 1 non-mover for a total net movement of -1. There are 5 British artists, 4 American, and 1 British/American. There are 3 groups, 6 solo artists, and 1 collab between a group and a solo artist, and 1 cover version, with an average age of 30.85 years.
By my reckoning, there are 4 songs dealing with the complexities of love, 2 songs about change, 2 songs about protection, 1 song about the lack of necessity for a man of the hour, and 1 song about blue-collar workers being real snitty about the pop star profession. There are no examples of self-reference, but there's definitely 1 key change, maybe 2 this week, so I'm happy.
You can listen to all the songs in this top 10, and let's spoil it. It's really good. You can listen to all of them on the Spotify and YouTube playlists. The links are in the description. And on those lists, you'll find another half dozen songs that never get into the top 10.
And why are they on that playlist?
Because we're going to get into those songs on our bonus tracks. And this week, it features a lot of songs that you will be surprised they never got into the top 10, including Raspberry Beret. We got some Bruce Springsteen, The Style Council, and a song that you will be flabbergasted never even got into the top 40.
That's right. We always like to give you a little nudge towards the music attached in our playlist over on Spotify or YouTube, because not only does it make what me and James are banging on about more clear, as you say, it's a classic top 10 really, isn't it, this week?
You can join our Patreon community for free. The Bonus Tracks podcast costs less than £1 a week.
£1? When did they come out? Have you stopped doing that?
I've stopped doing that. I've started just telling people how much it is. It was too cryptic before, and people don't have time for my nonsense.
Well, I see no reason to hang around.
Yeah, do you want to hear about the deal that I'm making?
Number 10.
Up one to number 10. It's Say I'm Your Number One by Princess. Well, I'm sorry, Princess. We can't. You're at number 10.
Yes, I mean, even when I listen to this as, I'm going to say, a young boy, the Say I'm Your Number One is a very catchy hook, isn't it? But you can't help but equate it with, well, especially at that time, and especially this week, James, with us both being obsessed with chart positions, you can't help but think it's not number one. But there's nothing wrong with that, because I think it leans into the yearning nature of this, the premise of this whole amazing song.
Yeah, it's good to dream, isn't it? It's good to have an aim. Good for Princess. She's aiming for the number one. It did. In fact, this gets to number 7. She wasn't far away.
Yes, on YouTube I learned lots of other chart positions. It got to number 2 in Germany, number 2 in New Zealand, number 6 in the Netherlands. So she was always asking to be a number one somewhere or other.
Princess, her only UK top 10 hit, born Desiree Carol Heslop. Her dad, James Lloyd Heslop, was a singer, but he never charted in the UK. She was a backing singer for Osibisa and the band Brilliant. Do you know about that band?
No.
Okay. Also in that band, Jimmy Corty.
Oh, yeah, what was he out of?
The KLF.
Of course.
Andy Anderson.
Who's that?
The drummer from The Cure.
Okay.
And the songs for that band were written by, it's the KLF and it's The Cure, so who's going to write those songs?
The KLF Cure?
No, Stock Aitken and Waterman.
Really?
Yes, what a bizarre triumvirate of influences in that group.
They produced this single, Stock Aitken and Waterman, I learned on YouTube.
Yep, that's right. They liked her from when she did the backing singing with Brilliant, so they got her in to record this, although originally they wanted to offer this song out to other singers.
Yeah, I mean, I think she still goes under the name Desiree Heslop. So, in many ways, she's the artist formerly known as Princess. Did you have that joke?
No,
no.
no.
I thought it was just obvious.
I'm glad someone's done it. You smashed it, mate. According to Aitken from Stock Aitken and Waterman, the record companies hated this song.
Really?
So Pete Waterman set up a brand new record label called Supreme Records to release it. Say what you like about Pete Waterman, he does love old Motown, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Pete Waterman's contribution to the writing of this song...
Ooh wah. Did you write that bit, the best bit?
No, what he said to Aitken and Stock, he said, you need to write a song that women in nightclubs can mime to men that they are attracted to.
Okay. That's quite a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, why not as an inspiration for songwriting?
Brilliant idea. And then, Stock and Aitken go away and they come back with Say I'm Your Number One, which you can absolutely do that.
A pre-TikTok mentality, I'm going to say there. All the kids on TikTok like to sing and flirt and look into the camera, don't they?
I wouldn't know. I'm not on TikTok, Andy. Are you?
I've seen it.
I've read about it in the newspapers.
No, because we're in the 80s. All I'm going to say with YouTube comments, if someone invents a time machine eventually, I know just the place to go advertising for it, because everyone on YouTube comments is saying, I wish I could go back. I wish it was 1985 all over again. So that's happening. Eddie A. Villa 2299, just to point out a bit of cultural context, says it's 1985. No cell phones, no AI, just good times.
I love how those things are now mutually exclusive. We can't have good times because there are cell phones and AI.
Yeah.
I do appreciate people who want it to be the 80s again, but what they are actually saying is, I wish I was young and had no responsibilities and my back didn't hurt.
There's a touch of that, isn't there? Although other people on YouTube are digging into, let's call it cultural history, James. Erod6468 says, when Power 106 FM in Los Angeles started back in 1986. Say I'm Your Number One by Princess was the first song they ever played. And then lower down, Funkmaster says, the first radio station in the UK to play this was 7 Sound in Gloucestershire. So there we go, a worldwide spread for Princess.
Are we just taking that at face value?
Yeah. Who knows? Well, I think sometimes when we're digging for facts off the internet, we never really know if any of them are true, do we?
No.
Email us into shoobypodcast@gmail.com with your general snittiness and passive aggression when we get our facts wrong.
Yeah, we might not even be real. Andy and I could be AI, as far as anyone knows. So it's an early Stockcake and a Waterman song, this. They'd had hits with Whatever I Do, which we talked about on a previous episode, and a massive hit with You Spin Me Round.
That already happened.
Yeah. And then this comes out, and I'm listening to this thinking, I wish Stockcake and a Waterman had carried on this vibe.
Yes, I would never have guessed it was a SAW production.
They go more poppy, and they have that sort of weird plasticky keyboard sound with all the stuff that comes up later in the 80s. But this has got a kind of, it's that British 80s soul vibe.
I mean...
You know, that kind of electro-pop soul that was coming over from America. Things like, Automatic by the Pointer Sisters, Love Come Down by Evelyn Champagne King. 2 songs that I love, by the way. And then this has got a very similar vibe to that, and I think that's a good thing.
Okay,
there's nothing cliche about being in a genre.
No, it just confused me so much, this song this week, James. I have to say.
What confused you about this song, Andy?
I couldn't work out what was going on in it.
All right,
and it was driving me a little bit nuts. Here's my guitar coming over the hill like a monster. The chorus, which it comes crashing in with, James, doesn't it? Say I'm your number one. You know I wanna be close to you. However that goes, yeah? Mm-hmm. But the verses, I couldn't work out, say I'm number one. Lovely little chord there, which I didn't work out. So I was kind of going, they say I'm crazy. They say that I couldn't work out. Or is it, I say I'm crazy. They say that I'm a fool.
So the confusion lies in the fact that you have no idea which chords are being played.
Yeah.
Maybe they've invented a whole bunch of new chords.
Do you know, I looked, as I do when I can't work it out, occasionally I look on the internet. There's no real representation of this song.
It's never really been done acoustically on a guitar.
Yet, do you know who's done it, James?
Oh,
the one person who's done it? I've mentioned him before.
Oh, that guy who has covered literally every song and he's put it on YouTube.
The Walrus was Danny, his name is. Have a check him out. He'll have a go at any song, and he sort of helped me out a little bit for playing it, but as I've just pointed out, I can't remember it.
I mean, I vaguely remembered it before listening to it this week. I've got to say, I've really got into it. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. It's a winner, isn't it? Did you watch the video?
I did. It's just her titting around in London, isn't it?
She is knocking about in London, isn't she? I mean, she's on some sort of open top vehicle, I reckon. There's loads of lads on their BMXs surrounding her, aren't there? She goes to Leicester Square and Trafalgar Square and Argyle Street and all these kinds of... The National Portrait Gallery she's hanging around, I think.
Yeah, she's kind of performing in public and there's a crowd gathering around and the crowd just look like they couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's a typical British audience.
People in the YouTube comments were saying, look at London in the old days. I mean, when princesses being filmed driving around in the open-top vehicle, they can go faster than 20 miles per hour. I just like to throw that in because I know it annoys cockneys.
Yeah, and they can emit as many emissions as they want.
Whoa. That's stuck in my head, as I've already said once this week.
Who is the drummer credited on this record?
I have no idea.
That would be an A. Lynn.
A Lynn drum?
Yes.
Yeah?
But that's actually Pete Waterman's pseudonym because the drummer is the A. Lynn drum machine. But Pete Waterman wanted a way to get himself a credit. And so he wanted a musician's union fee. He went on to do this on pretty much all Stockcake and Waterman records forever.
He's a canny businessman as well as a pop genius. Shall we call him that? Yeah, let's do it in passing.
I've said before on this podcast, a lot of Stockcake and Waterman production goes right through me.
Yeah.
But he clearly is doing something right.
Frank Kasparek, he comments, I hope that when this life is over, I will rediscover all these 80 songs in the next one. So a bit of time machine stuff again.
Well, no, he's saying when he dies.
Yeah, and then he goes on to say they will have to be stored and accessible somehow. So Frank Kasparek is thinking about it at least. It's not just a notion.
What he'd need to do, be buried in a coffin with an MP3 player that's like solar powered. Yeah. That's where the solar thing is on the surface. So it's just constantly playing 80s tracks in his coffin.
Well, sorted, Frank. You can do it.
I tell you what, I reckon that's $1 million business idea right there. I've seen worse on Dragon's Den.
Okay.
Number 9.
It's down 3 to number 9. A farmer, number 1. It's you.
Wait, what tune was that?
Da 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 da.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
How dare you? It's the Eurythmics with There Must Be an Angel Playing With My Heart at number 9 this week.
Can I just stop you there?
Please.
The playing with my heart is in brackets.
Oh, very important, of course. Nice bracket work.
One thing I didn't mention with Princess, because she didn't appear, is I'm going to talk about all the acts who did appear at Live Aid who are in this chart.
Okay.
And the thing is, the Eurythmics didn't appear either. Do you know why?
No.
It's because Annie Lennox had a throat infection.
Okay.
Otherwise, they would have been there.
All right, then, let's get into this song. I feel it is what they would call a modern-day classic, yeah?
I love this record.
Yeah, me too.
It's so
This is one of
good.
the 20% I bought, but it was on a Best of Eurythmics album.
Here's what I like about it.
Yeah.
The song is about how amazing it is to be in love. And it sounds like it's amazing to be in love. I think we've spoken before on this podcast. I can't remember any specific examples off the top of my head, but we definitely have, about songs that are all about being in love that don't sound like it, that are a bit sort of minor key or a bit down.
Are you talking about that chart we did fairly recently, all the minor key shenanigans? Everyone sounded sad.
Yeah, I'm sure there was that. But this is unashamedly joyous. Being in love is amazing. And this tune is amazing, and it all comes together perfectly. And it's just great. Uplifting, puts a big smile on your face. If you don't like this, there's something very wrong with you.
I agree. If you don't like... I've got that in my notes, James. If you don't like this, you've got a cold black heart.
Yeah, no angels are going to want to play with that. I should say, though, when it did come out, I remember listening to it, and, you know, we're from the Midlands, aren't we?
Are we?
So, the British Midlands, we should point out. So I say...
As Ian Brown once said, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at.
Well, we're still in the fucking Midlands.
That's true enough.
So I say angel.
As opposed to what? Angel.
Angel. And I remember thinking at the time going, angel?
Look, if you were going to have a go at Annie Lennox for the way... I mean, no one says room. So, you know, the way she pronounces things is an integral part of this record. Let's call it the prosody of how she...
The what?
Prosody, I think is the word.
What does that mean?
It means, how do you sing? How does it land? Are you singing in a kind of natural way? I mean, there's nothing natural about this performance, I believe, but it makes it all the stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, since the record came out, I now say angel, and I also say the word room with about 19 syllables in it.
Yeah. So it's in the key of C, I believe. But it takes a long time to reveal its home, so she's going... I mean, there's no way I can sing this. No one on earth can feel like this. I'm overblown, blown with bliss. There must be an angel playing with my heart. So it's not...
So that's the C there, right
at the end. My heart. Have a go at singing it, James.
Me?
I'll walk into an empty... 1, 2, 3, 4, go. I'll walk
into an empty room. I can't do it.
It's weird. Impossible. Yeah. As I mentioned once in an old podcast, only Annie Lennox can sing like Annie Lennox, as obvious as that might sound, but you know what I mean.
And that's why she kept winning Brit Awards.
She kept winning Brit Awards.
She wins them most days.
Even though she doesn't release anything. There's some great little tricks in there. So the beginning, la da do da 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 da, as I mentioned, da da. And then the first verse comes in, obviously. And then at the end of the song, the first verse comes back and she ends with la da do da 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 again. So it's like a mirror, if you like. There are bookends.
Like a palindrome.
Yeah.
Look at me with my fancy $10 words. What has this song got in common with, I guess that's why they call it The Blues by Elton John, and I Feel For You by Shaka Khan?
It would be the majesty of the harmonica. All played by Stevie Wonder.
That's right.
Yeah.
And is it any coincidence that all three of those songs are absolute bangers?
No. I mean, in my head again, I imagine Stevie Wonder sort of popped in. This was my memory of it for a harmonica solo. He does it 3 times, doesn't he? They really lean into Stevie Wonder, let's call it musical talents. And again, he's got that thing where I can't play it, but the first bit he's going, whatever he's going, he's jamming away. And then the second time he goes, do 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 do. He gets back to the melody for the end of the solo 3 times. He does that. It's a touch of unexpected genius again.
It reminds me of, there's an old sketch from Canadian TV from the late 70s, early 80s, where Rick Moranis is playing Michael McDonald, running between different recording studios and recording his backing vocals and then running out to get to the next recording studio.
Yeah.
You feel with Stevie Wonder around this time, he was just nipping into studios, playing the harmonica and buggering off again.
As Annelipot on YouTube says, that harpoon solo by Stevie Wonder is incredible.
Harpoon solo.
This is it. Loads of people pile onto him, going, what you're on about? And then Annelipot comes back to say, I know it sounds funny, but harpoon is a nickname for harmonica. Have a listen to Chris Christopherson, me and Bobby McGee. So I had a listen to that song. And they do talk about harpoon as a harmonica, so we've learned something new this week.
How did a beanbag save this record?
I don't know.
Well, this is according to Annie Lennox. She said when Stevie Wonder showed up to record his solo, he had those braids in his hair at the time. You remember that mid-80s Stevie Wonder look?
Absolutely.
And it had beautiful gold beads on it. And what does he do when he plays the harmonica?
Sways his head around.
He sways his head around, so you could just hear clack, 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 like an executive desk toy as his beads were banging into each other. But his assistant took out this kind of beanbag thing and tied his hair to the beanbag so that his hair wouldn't clack while he was playing the harmonica, and thus save the record.
Have you seen that We Are the World documentary?
Yes.
So there's a bit when Cyndi Lauper's singing and they can't work out where the noise is coming from, and it's all her bangles and all her necklaces, and it maybe they should have tied her to a beanbag.
Not the bangles, we should say. just bangles, general.
All this musical beauty, but I like as well, it has got that football chant mentality, hasn't it, as well? You can imagine if there's some foreign player called Miguel Angel.
Well, there used to be for the team I support. We used to have a player called Angel.
Must be talking like Angel. Must be talking like an Angel. Must be scoring like an Angel. You know what I mean? It's got that in the song. There's a little bit of yobbish mentality as well.
It was a missed opportunity by the Aston Villa supporters in the noughties there.
Like the missed opportunity by Aston Villa fans of just enjoying themselves in general. Maybe we'll save this for another podcast, James.
It's getting very laddie in here. This is the only UK number one by the Eurythmics and the 7th of their 9 UK top 10 hits. When was their last UK top 10 hit?
I have no idea. I would say 1989.
It was 1986 with Thorn in My Side.
Okay.
But Annie Lennox goes on to have 4 more, and Dave Stewart has 1.
Did you watch the video?
Yes, I did.
What did you make of it?
Why are we talking like robots?
I don't know. I'm developing my catchphrase of "Did you watch the video?"
I did.
Let me ask it properly.
Okay.
My apologies. Did you watch the video?
Yes, I did. It's Dave Stewart is playing like a medieval French king
In a powder wig.
and lots of eye makeup. He looks a bit like a panda.
As Headshot87 says, nobody talks about how cool the makeup on Dave was because he's all dressed up like a Louis XIV type thing, isn't he?
There might be a reason people don't talk about that.
I've got a Dave Stewart theory.
Okay.
At least in terms of the videos, it would be better if Dave Stewart was not in the Eurythmics videos.
Harsh. Really?
Gets on my nerves a bit. I don't know why.
I quite like it in this. He's kind of playing a role, and which kind of makes sense thematically for the video, because there's Annie Lennox on stage singing beautifully, looking beautiful, and then him being, the king.
The king filmed into the downstairs of Wimbledon Theatre. I learned on YouTube this video. It's quite nice, actually. Loads of people were chipping in, saying, I was one of the angels, or I was one of the cherubs in this video. Because it's YouTube and the internet, someone saying, are you the fat one? Because of course they are. I liked it. Even someone who owned the dog in the video crops up to say, yeah, that's my dog. It was kind of nice. It was a meeting ground for, let's call it, mid-80s extras.
It's like a weird reunion. This was also a number one in Germany, Austria, Luxembourg and Brazil. But not this version, Andy.
What do you mean?
That's right. It was covered by the German girl group No Angels.
Yeah?
Yes, from the German TV series Pop Stars. They did a cover version of this.
And they were called No Angels?
They were called No Angels,
Right.
and they did this song.
There must be an angel.
Yeah, and it got to number one in those 4 countries. But I've listened to it, and I know it's, first cut is the deepest, but it's not as good.
Do they go, I walk into an empty, ooh, do they attempt to imitate Annie's melisma?
It's very different. It's very sort of noughties electro pop.
Rubbish, I imagine.
You haven't heard it. It's fine. If you didn't know this version existed, it would be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it came across in the last episode, but I had a stinking head cold, And listening to these songs this week, as I've been coming out of the head cold, has like been me emerging from a chrysalis of misery into the world of optimism and joy once again. And this song is a huge part to play in that.
Number 8.
Down 1 to number 8. Having peaked at number 6, it's White Wedding by Billy Idol. So you've worked out the riff there, have you?
It's full of riffs, isn't it, this record? I mean, again, James, I hadn't really thought about this record for a long, long time. What a treat it's been to hear this week.
It's great, isn't it?
Great.
I'm in love with this chart so far.
It's a nice day to start again.
As the guitar falls down.
I mean, there's so many little hooks in there. Let me chuck out some words and
Okay.
let's try and put it in context. Who's your Superman? Shotgun. Pick it up. Take me back home, yeah. The scream. And, of course, a fantastic day. He sings White Wedding.
White Wedding.
What do you think this song is about?
I think it's about 3.5 minutes long. Hey. But seriously, folks, some people say that it's about Billy Idol's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this song was written by William Broad. That's Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Apparently inspired by his sister's wedding, and she was pregnant at the time, which is why he shouts shotgun in it. But he also, on an appearance on the David Letterman show, told him that it was about cocaine, and that's what the White Wedding is.
Okay.
He said he wrote it in 20 minutes, starting with the title, and he wanted a sort of spaghetti western vibe.
Achieved Billy Idol, you've done great. I mean, also, I learned while he's talking about his sister, he apparently tweeted out a few years ago when Harry and Meghan were getting married. Looks like a lovely day for Harry and Meghan's wedding, and everyone applauded him just for, being Billy Idol.
There was a video he did when he was announcing a tour recently. Yeah. He did a tour with Joan Jett, and he did an announcement video. It's him in a coffee shop, and he orders a coffee, and the person says to him, "Oh, it's a nice day for a white coffee." And he's like, "What did you say?" In that way Billy Idol talks.
He's on some advert at the moment as well for, I can't remember what it is. It's something about rock stars being respectable, so sort your pension out or something like that.
Yeah. And of course he's in the movie
The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer. He shows up on the plane at the end being brilliant.
Yeah. I used to dismiss him at the time, but as a years roll by, you think, actually, you're a great Billy Idol.
Yeah,
cartoon character, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the appearance of like a punk rocker, but he's actually got quite a pop sensibility in his ability to write a tune. The first of his 3 UK top 10 singles, and a re-release, having been released first in 1982 and got nowhere apart from being a top 10 hit in Australia and New Zealand. Once again, our colonial friends light years ahead.
Sucks Anters on YouTube says, Billy Idol can get any girl and there's no one to stop him. No, I like this because
what does that mean?
I don't know. Because the pylon, someone said, not any girl, which, fair enough.
Yeah.
Someone else says, I don't think Billy Idol could, but I reckon Chuck Norris could. Then someone says he should rescue Melania Trump. And then Mikhail Constantine pipes up at the end to say, Billy Idol can't take my mama.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
It really does. I liked it. Everyone going mad on Billy Chew, speculating who Billy Idol might or might not knob.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because in the video is Billy Idol's then partner, Perry Lister.
Is she playing the bride?
She plays the bride. Perry Lister off of Hot Gossip. Do you remember Hot Gossip?
Oh, okay.
From the Kenny Everett video show.
Yeah.
It was one of those dance troupes that were around in the 80s that showed up on things.
That's right.
There was Hot Gossip. There was the Brian Rogers Connection. Yeah. Always on Saturday night TV.
I watched the video. It had the colour palette, I'm going to say, of the Ashes to Ashes video by David Bowie a bit.
Yeah.
And also, this is a great point by SJS Art on YouTube. It's not an 80s video unless there is a motorcycle crashing through a stained glass window.
It is. It's an iconic image, isn't it?
It really is.
Have you seen November Rain, the video for that?
I have, yeah,
ridiculously overblown Guns N' Roses song. Yeah. And it's like, this is a much better, more fun version of that. Who's on guitar?
His longtime collaborator, I'm guessing, Stevie Stevens.
It is Stevie Stevens. Can you name some other things, non-Billy Idol things that Stevie Stevens has done?
I'd be interested. I only know him really as Billy Idol's collaborator, which he always does a great job of.
He plays the guitar on Dirty Diana.
Michael Jackson.
And he plays the guitar on the Top Gun theme.
Does he?
Not Take My Breath Away by Berlin, the
actual movie theme
in the Top Gun.
All right.
Produced by Keith Forsey. co-writer of What a Feeling.
Oh, what a
What a
feeling.
feeling.
Who sang that?
Irene Cara.
Okay.
Don't You Forget About Me.
Simple Minds.
And The Heat Is On.
Okay. As we've learned, every time in the top 10, James, often the people employed in the best-selling records, they're moonlight, don't they? Flit about hither and thither.
Sprinkling their magic.
Robert Lawler on YouTube says, you know a song is good when it makes a tear trickle down your face and the song isn't sad.
Yeah, as long as it's yours. I've got a little quiz about this song, if you want to do it.
Have you?
Yep.
Very much.
Okay, question 1. Hey, little sister, what have you done?
Oh, that's really tricky. I'm just going to respond with Billy Idol's answers.
Okay.
Ask me again.
You be Billy Idol and I'll ask you, hey, little Billy Idol sister,
Yeah.
what have you done?
Pick it up. Well, there's nothing fair in this world.
Hey, little sister, who's the only one?
Well, there's nothing safe in this world.
Hey, little sister, who's your Superman?
There's nothing sure in this world.
Mine is Christopher Reeve. He was the Superman when I was
Sorry,
growing
I
up.
got so involved in the, let's call it the outro. I'm not playing properly. Go on, ask me another one.
Hey, little sister, who's the one I want?
Olivia Newton-John.
It is, well done.
There's nothing pure in this world either. So let's look for something else in this world. I've got a quiz for you that comes from a YouTube comment, James.
Okay.
Brown Mutty 5518 says, if Elvis could come back for one full night and I was his driver for the evening, I would insist on this being the first song I hit him with. Good point, eh? Elvis
It's not really a question, is it?
What would your first song be to Elvis to hit him with if he came back?
So, Elvis has come back. For some reason, I'm giving him a lift.
But you're his driver. You're not giving him a lift. You're full-time employed, according to Brown.
And Elvis has said to me, just play something.
Not necessarily. He hasn't even said it to you.
Okay, so I'm inflicting it on him.
Yeah. Hey, Elvis, listen to this.
I know exactly what I'd play.
Go on.
Baby Shark. And I'd be like, Elvis, you got to come back. This is what's happened.
All right, good answer.
It's going to make him want to stay and sort it all out.
Have T6746 says, if they don't play this at my wedding, I'm not going.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
I listened, James, flicking about and clicking about. There's a 12-inch version, a part 2 to it, if you like. Great it is. It's more White Wedding by Billy Idol. It's got a Giorgio Moroder vibe to it, I'm saying. So I'm gently recommending nip over and listen to that as well.
And 20 years later, of course, he recorded It's a Nice Day for a White Divorce.
Number 7.
Down 3 to number 7 this week in the top 10, of course. It's We Don't Need Another Hero by Tina Turner. What?
What?
I thought you were going to give me some bracket advice.
No, there's no brackets here.
There is.
There's Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Beyond the Thunderdome in
No,
brackets.
not even Beyond the Thunderdome.
Just
We have to get
Thunderdome.
this completely right. It's We Don't Need Another Hero, open bracket Thunderdome, close bracket Tina Turner. Important.
Yeah, no one's calling it Thunderdome, though, are they?
No,
We should say, of course, Tina Turner does appear at Live Aid,
that's right. Singing
She's
with Mick Jagger. I
singing with
remember.
Mick Jagger in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Her third UK top 10 hit as a solo artist won the Ivan Novello Award for Best Song musically and lyrically.
I didn't care about this song at the time. However, I've really got into it this week. Have you?
Yeah, it's really good. Isn't it?
Great, isn't it?
Look, I know we went into this podcast with the ethos of we're going to try and, even if there's songs we don't like, we're going to look for the positive in it. This week, it's just been so easy because it's going to get really annoying and repetitive for people unless we start hating one of these songs.
Don't worry, I've got one of them coming.
Okay, look forward to that.
I might just make it up if I haven't.
Yeah, but yeah, it is great. It's got a big sound to it. It's got panpipes. It's got Tina Turner.
It's got a children's choir.
Do you want to talk? Should we talk about the children's choir?
Whatever you like, the panpipes or the Tina Turner or the children's choir, or looking at my notes, the Australian National Rugby League. Go on, any of them.
What? Hang on. What do you mean the National Rugby
Someone
League?
said she sang the anthem for the Australian National Rugby League, so I just went with that.
Well, that's funny you should mention rugby there because who is in the choir? It's the choir of the King's House School from Richmond in southwest London.
Yeah.
Who was in that choir at that time as a
A
child?
child rugby player?
Well,
or a rugby player who was
a child at the time?
I don't
Well,
know. And JPR Williams, I don't know anything about rugby.
No, he would have been in his early 40s.
Gareth
at that time.
Edwards.
No,
The fella who was just on the Celebrity Traitors.
Yeah, have we now named all the rugby players that you know? Future England Rugby World Cup winner and captain Lawrence Delalio.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's in the choir on this.
That's good,
He
isn't
sings
it?
on this.
Great fact,
Yeah.
great research.
I then found out that 4 years later, The same school provided a choir, but I imagine it would be completely different kids because it'd be 4 years on, so those kids would have left.
They would have moved on.
New kids would have come
Unless some of the kids were really stupid and got held back.
And they sing on another hit, which was a UK number 2 and a US number 1, The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics. Yes.
Okay. This is good. Hey, we're mired in the 80s.
We should say it's from the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Of course, we've not even mentioned that yet.
Have you seen that film?
No.
No, nor me.
Tina Turner in the video has got a costume on, and I learned on YouTube it's from the film. She's playing a character called Auntie Entity.
Yeah, she's wearing like a chainmail dress and big high heels.
She looks great.
You know, like you would in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. As I believe Mr. Krabs says in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, "Welcome to the apocalypse, Squidward. I hope you like leather."
Yeah, like the video's just got loads of clips of Mad Max and Tina Turner being great, hasn't it? It's got the children's choir. I particularly like the way she sings. All the children sing. First time they don't come in, but the second time they do. Yeah. It's appealing.
We should say IMDb rating 6.2 for Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which was the third instalment of the Mad Max saga. There is another pop star in the movie.
Is that?
I'll give you some clues to who they are. You got to remember, it's it's basically an Australian film, isn't it? So it's an Australian pop star.
Kylie Minogue.
Nick
Cave.
Now, you say Kylie Minogue. They are connected to Kylie Minogue in a way, because this guy had a hit in 1987 that was linked to Kylie Minogue.
One of the Neighbours cast.
It wasn't one of the Neighbours cast, but it was the song when Scott and Charlene got married.
Oh, yeah, Angry Anderson.
Angry Anderson.
What dreadful song was that?
Yeah, suddenly.
That's right.
Don't say it's dreadful. You know we'll just get emails from women of a certain age. Or actually, maybe that's something we want. ShoobyPodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, Angry Anderson is also in Mad Max 3.
Okay, well done, Angry. Do you think he's called Angry? Just generally?
Well, I thought it was short for Angru.
All right, then let's get back onto Tina Turner. This is a good bit of genuine emotion, I'm going to say. Marie Francoise says, "She illuminated my life. When I was exhausted, discouraged, flooded with sadness, her songs, her charisma, her energy gave me courage. Thank you, Tina."
She's got such a... Well, I was going to say she's got a great story. Obviously, in that story, there's a lot of heartache and misery and stuff, and watch the biopic if you want to know about that. But she's big in the 60s, and then she goes away, and then she comes back in the 80s as this is who I am now.
Yeah,
she has this kind of renaissance that lasts, well, continues to last.
It does continue to last. Thank you, Tina Turner, for contributing to the panoply of pop. I've said that. That's the first time I've said it this week. I can't say it again now.
I tell you what I like about this song.
There are many things, but go on.
The ethos behind the lyric.
Yeah,
we don't need another hero.
Absolutely. We don't need to know the way home.
Well, I'd argue you probably do need to know your way home. It's incredibly helpful to know that.
Don't spoil it with your, let's call it your factual analysis. It's poetry, isn't it? She's using her poetic license, but unfortunately, we are taking a poetic license off her because she got drunk and was driving around. Sorry, Tina, got the poetic license awareness course.
And in a mad way, it reminds me of another film.
Go on.
And that, of course, is Monty Python's Life of Brian. The scene where Graham Chapman says to the crowd, "You don't need to follow me. You don't need to follow anyone."
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that way of thinking.
I had it ticking away this week, but also I had the news also ticking away on my television, and the lyrics seemed to fit, let's call it the terrible news that's going on at the moment. So what do we do with our lives? Will our story shine a light or end in the dark? Looking for something we can rely on. There's got to be something better out there. Love and compassion, all this kind of stuff fitted, James, with a terrible dystopian world.
And if you just sit around waiting for a hero, you will be disappointed by them, because they are just going to be a human.
Yeah. I'd like the job of playing the timpani on it.
There's very few songs where it wouldn't be massive fun just to play some timpani. Song written by Graham Lyle, off of Gallagher and Lyle, and Terry Britton, who together wrote the following. I Should Have Known Better.
It is a Beatles song, but not this case, because I believe that was... I don't know who wrote the songs for the Beatles, but I Should Have Known Better was... what's his name? Jim Diamond?
Jim Diamond.
What's the best bit of that record? Can you remember?
Yep.
If I had a timpani, I'd go after that.
What's Love Got to Do with It? Of course.
Tina Turner.
Just Good Friends.
The sitcom starring Paul Nicholas,
No.
who was dancing like the cat. How was that Paul Nicholas record? The worst one we ever did in Patreon once.
Oh, the reggae like it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder.
Oh, blimey.
It's
My
on
apologies.
Thriller, isn't it?
What's it called?
Just Good Friends.
Is it?
Is it?
What?
Oh, I'm going to look it up now. I'm pretty sure that's on Thriller, isn't it? It's Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder do a duet called Just Good Friends.
While James is checking, let's call it his faulty memory.
Might not keep this bit.
No, you got to now, because I'm doing this, and this is very important. While James is
Not
checking...
on Thriller. It's on Bad. It's on Bad. Of course it's on Bad.
Yeah, all right. It's got a good sax solo in whoever plays that.
Oh, can I say, Terry Britton, co-writer, also wrote on Bang Bang,
B.A. Robertson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Devil Woman,
Cliff Richard.
and one of my favourite songs, Heaven Help.
That's right, that appeared on a Thriller, didn't it, by Michael Jackson? Who
Lenny
was it?
Kravitz.
Okay, that's a good CV, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. A lot of people on YouTube, I should have called you this when you made your Thriller guess. A lot of people on YouTube are saying, why? He's just a raggedy man. Do you know where that quote's from, of course? You can guess.
Mad Max.
Yeah, you got it. So she must have said it. Auntie Entity must have called you a raggedy man or somebody.
Called me a raggedy man.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that myself at some point. I saw Tina Turner, James. She was one of the first concerts I ever went to as a young boy.
Oh, wow.
Was it around this time? It's probably the year before, actually. She played at Birmingham Odeon. I went on my own because, let's say, family difficulties. I was meant to go with my dad, but that didn't transpire. I saw Tina Turner. She had a deep, deep impact on me.
In what way?
Well, the music, it was rocking, the spectacle, the volume, and also, I've got to admit, That's Not My Cow on YouTube says, in ZZ Top's words, she's got legs and she knows how to use them. So that was in there. That was in the mix as well of this concept. I'm going to say her and the two brilliant singers and backing dancers. It caused a weird stir in me, James, as a schoolboy that I didn't quite understand.
Oh, you understood.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I know where this is going.
We've talked about heroes, haven't we? What do you think a hero is, James? How would you define a hero?
I think it's a small chocolate that you get in a big box of chocolates at Christmas.
Number 6.
Down one to number 6. Having peaked at number 4, it's Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Featuring?
Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sting is on this. Sting also has a writing credit on this song.
For singing the tune of I Want My MTV, essentially, isn't it? But or Don't Stand So Close to Me, a mix
that's
of
right.
the two.
It's because he sings I Want My MTV to the tune of Don't Stand So Close to Me. So who's this? Sting has arrived.
Oh, it's Sting.
Sting apparently didn't want the writing credit at all, but his record company kicked up a fuss about it. and so, yes, Sting is listed as a co-writer of the song along with Mark Knopfler.
He comes over in the intro, doesn't he? Now, as Hank Castle says, everyone is mentioning the guitar riff, but the synth pad in the opening sets the atmosphere. And Sleepy B in 9668 says, everyone talks about the timeless guitar riff, but never the opening drum section.
Yeah, the big clattering,
Yeah.
which is kind of, here is the song.
Absolutely, a little overture, I'm going to say. But the guitar riff does a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it is an iconic guitar riff.
I can't really play
Andy
it.
has picked up his guitar, everyone. Here it comes. Now Andy will do a flawless Money for Nothing.
Look, I was thinking this week. If I wanted to play it now, I rarely do this, but you can just look on YouTube, can't you, to see how people play things, and someone will teach you step by step. As a young 15-year-old, 16-year-old boy, I tried to work this song out for myself, and I kind of worked out some version. It's not how you play it, but I'm going to show you what I did as a young boy, and it still remains in my DNA. Something like that, isn't it? That's not proper, but you get the gist. Also, he's in G minor. Look at them yo-yos.
Yeah.
Great word.
Yep.
I might start calling people a yo-yo. If not,
A raggedy man.
hey, we're learning some new insults this week, if nothing else.
Good.
So he's going, you're going to be on the MTV, whatever he's doing, and then it goes into, we got doing stuff. Weird, isn't it? Curtain kitchen deliveries. Back to it.
Yeah, we've already had room with 19 syllables, and now deliveries has got loads more syllables.
It's got skills, this song.
It's amazing.
Amazing, you say?
Look, here's the thing. Not a criticism, but the thing people say when Brothers in Arms came out, that album, which was, the first CD to sell 1 million copies, and it seemed like everyone had it, that it was dad rock, wasn't it? It was rock for dads.
As Natural Canopy says, there isn't a better dad song. This is the final boss.
Yeah, and now I'm a dad, and my God, I've really got into this. What is it about hitting a certain age that makes you want to grab a tennis racket and mime along to Money for Nothing?
I don't know.
And wear sweatbands.
Now, as we mentioned, you raggedy man, Martin Knopfler is calling people yo-yos in this song. But
Is he?
Look at them yo-yos. No?
Is it Martin Knopfler doing it?
Oh, go on. Yeah, go on then. Explain. Let's call it the conceit for this song. It's a great one, isn't it?
So the story behind the song is that Martin Knopfler was in a department store.
Or, if you're in America these days, a deportment store is happening left, right and centre.
Oh, like deporting people. It's very satirical. It's like working with Rory Bremner.
Give me an impression. I'll pull it off for you. No problem.
And he overhears two guys who work there
That's right, Betty.
They're watching. I think the story is that they're watching Culture Club.
Is
on
it?
video, and
I
it's
was
about
wondering. Yeah, all right.
I mean, this is all unconfirmed and a rumour, but that's what they say. They're watching Culture Club. And the things that Martin Knopfler sings in this song are apparently word for word what the guy says. Martin Knopfler grabs a pen and starts writing it down, going, "Oh, this is really good."
That's what he
There's
claims.
a song in this.
Yeah.
Sting gets a writing credit, but those two guys who worked in the department store, nothing.
Further grist to their mill. I wonder if the two fellas know it's about them. You can't imagine they do, but it'd be good, wouldn't it, to have that kind of, let's call it, grudge against Dire Straits. I wrote that song, you Geordie thief. Martin Knopfler is not saying yo-yos. He's merely doing a bit of reportage.
He's being a character, and I think that's important in this song, bearing in mind some of the more problematic things that he says a bit later on.
All right, so banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee, that's not problematic, is it? That's absolutely fine, although I don't know what chimpanzees have got a bongo set. But I suppose it's the use of a certain, let's call it slur. I'd forgotten all about it because I've heard it for years now and again on the radio, I suppose. I've not put it on. I forgot, let's call it the power of that bit of homophobia.
Yeah, and it's the same with Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah.
It's reported speech, but even then, is it okay? Interestingly, when Mark Knopfler plays that song live, now he sings a different word.
All right, fair enough.
He sings Queenie. Is that better?
Yeah, all right.
It doesn't have the same connotations, I would argue.
No. But it annoys me a little bit. There was an episode of Gavin and Stacey where they played, as you mentioned, just Fairy Tale of New York, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And on the internet, in the newspapers, everyone was having a go at Gavin and Stacey. They played that song with, let's call it, another F word in, yeah? And then I watched that Gavin and Stacey, and when they're playing it and everyone's having a nice cosy Gavin and Stacey type dance in the thing, that word is dropped and all the cast go whoa like this is out of order. So that's
the point of the bit.
That's the point of the bit, isn't it? That life has moved on and they do this. So I find it very disingenuous from some people when they pretend they don't know what's going on. I could go on about that.
Let's not, though.
All right.
That's not. It's just, it is what it is.
It's the mid-'80s, James. Let's stay in a happy, nostalgic place.
Well, we should say that this song was played at Live Aid.
Oh, yeah.
Dire Straits did a 2-song set. They did a 10-minute long version of Sultans of Swing, and they did Money for Nothing. And who was on right after them?
Sting, I suppose.
Nope.
Who?
Well, I mean, technically, it was Mel Smith and Griff Rhys-Jones, but they were only on for a very, very short time.
Oh, they introduced Queen, didn't they?
Queen, yes. They opened for Queen at Live Aid.
I like the fact that Dire Straits did a 10-minute version of Money for Nothing, where Queen...
Sultans of Swing.
Sultans for Swing, where Queen would have banged out half a dozen songs in that 10 minutes, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Still to this day, Brothers in Arms, the 8th biggest selling album in the UK. Did you have a copy of it?
I did. This is another... I don't know. I didn't buy it, but somehow it landed in my house, in my possession.
Yeah, it showed up in our house as well. Starting to get suspicious. It's like a U2 thing when their album showed up on all the iPhones.
Yeah, maybe Dire Straits did it before.
Just
force their album into your home.
Breaking into people's houses and making sure everyone had a copy of Brothers in Arms.
Yeah.
Should we talk about some of the other people in Dire Straits? Because obviously Mark Knopfler, he wrote it, he plays the guitar, he sings on it.
Terry Williams plays the drums, I learned on YouTube. There's a fella called John Ilsley, the bass player.
Yeah,
who,
John Ilsley.
I had a little Google of Dire Straits to see what they're up to these days. There's not much, but John Ilsley is just about to go on tour. Guess what he's called his show? The Life and Times of Dire Straits. You would, wouldn't you? So there he is with a little band.
He owns one of the 50 best pubs in the UK.
Does he?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 2 keyboard players on this song. There's Alan Clark, who would go on to compose the theme tune to the TV show Most Haunted. And the other keyboard player, Guy Fletcher, whose cousin, I was delighted to find out, is Mr. Tumble.
Nice.
We should do the famous fact about this song, shouldn't we? It's not really complete unless we do it.
Go on.
This was the first video played on MTV Europe.
I didn't know that, so I'm glad you did it.
Oh, did you not know?
No.
Well, no, you do.
Let's talk about the video.
Yes, it's a huge part of the song's success, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it was all done with computers.
And even at the time, I thought that looks rubbish.
Well, looking at it now, you go, it's almost like a prototype Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story, isn't it? You've got a stocky one and a long, thin one.
That's right.
It's a bit like this podcast. This is who they used to remind me of when I was a kid.
You're talking about the cartoon characters.
The 2 cartoon characters in the Del Boy and Rodney.
Okay.
The video was directed by Steve Barron.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with him?
No.
I'm going to give you a list of some of the videos he directed. Right? Get ready for this. Billie Jean.
Michael Jackson.
I Don't Want to Dance.
You directed all these videos?
Yep.
Blimey, Whitney.
No.
What? I Don't Want to Dance. Eddie Grant.
Yeah.
Hey, we learned this in almost our very first podcast we did. What does I Don't Want to Dance about?
It's about how the UK is going to the dogs.
That's right.
Yeah.
According to Eddie Grant, that
Yeah.
is, so don't email us in. You can with other stuff.
Temptation.
One of your favourite songs you often bang about, By Heaven 17,
It Ain't What You Do.
The Fun Boy 3 and Bananarama,
Run to You.
Brian Adams,
Ant Music.
Adam and the Ants,
For Your Eyes Only.
Sheena Easton, we've covered that in the past.
Going Underground.
Blimey, O'Reilly, The Jam,
Don't You Want Me.
Simple Minds. No, Human League, my apologies.
Baby Jane.
Rod Stewart, which we've covered.
Africa.
Total.
Take On Me.
Did he direct that? Well, for that alone, he'd get props, wouldn't
Yeah.
he? Let's say that video with its pencil drawing animation.
The movie Electric Dreams.
Did he?
The movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, no, O'Reilly.
And the movie Mike Bassett, England Manager. All by the same guy.
Amazing.
Well done, Steve Barron.
I am applauding Steve Barron, not masturbating gently. Well done.
How many iconic 80s videos they are,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also Mike Bassett, England Manager.
It's interesting, though, and because all those are such massive hits, is that fella the one to go to when you know you've got a hit? I mean,
Yeah.
It seems almost strange that he's got so many, let's call it, modern-day classics.
Well, the story is that the manager of Dire Straits went to Mark Knopfler and was like, you need to come up with a song that can break you in America, so you need to be able to get it on MTV. Yeah. And that's what Mark Knopfler had in his mind when he was putting the song together. And then getting Steve Barron was like, well, this guy's already got loads of videos on MTV. We'll get him in. You'll be sorted. And it worked out.
Again, you wonder, don't you, with the, let's call it the homophobic slur, you probably wouldn't have thought this would be such a big hit. It seems a weird bit to put it. Mind you, it was the 80s, so no one cared as much, did they?
Yeah.
Is it art or not?
Well, I think
Let's
people did
discuss.
care, but you could get away with it.
I don't mind, because I'm a hunky-gammon fuckboy anyway, so here we are.
Do look for Andy on all the dating apps and OnlyFans with that name.
All right, Actung Baby on YouTube, not the U2 album. This is a character, a person in real life, I'm guessing. This is a good point. They say, I renovated my kitchen earlier this year and I told the tradesperson we've got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. His response was, that ain't working, that's the way you do it. He got the job.
Hey, it's like a cool test. That. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, there's not many other songs mentioning microwave ovens, are there? I can't think of any.
If you can think of any songs, what did you make of it? This annoys me about the internet, and let's call it the state of the world. Do you remember when Nigella Lawson pronounced it microwave or whatever?
Yeah, which was clearly a joke.
Clearly, and obviously a joke. And then loads of people going, she doesn't know how to pronounce microwave, and she's a diff. We're going to get that, James, if anyone ever listened to it. Featured very heavily in the film Kingsman, I learned on YouTube. IMDb rating, I do not know.
A version of it appears in another film as well.
Go on.
I'm, of course, talking about the Weird Al Yankovic version of it, which mashes it up with the Beverly Hillbillies theme tune. Have you heard it?
No, is it good? Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. You should watch it because he does a parody of the video as well. And obviously, even though in America, because of how it works over there, he doesn't actually have to ask for permission, but Weird Al always does ask for permission. Yeah. And if someone says no, he won't do it. So he asks Knopfler for permission to do the parody, and Mark Knopfler says, you can do it on one condition.
Yeah.
And the condition is that Mark Knopfler plays the guitar on the Weird Al Yankovic version as well. And also Guy Fletcher plays the keyboards on it. So It's got two actual members of Dire Straits on the track. Well worth having a look on YouTube for that.
I think one of the killer lines in this song, despite all the others, and let's call it the once heard, never forgotten nature of this record, what I love, and this really gives you an insight into, let's call it the characters, is they get them, these yo-yos, get their money for nothing, and their chicks for free, which implies that these two fellas are not used to not paying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so
also, it kind of...
Free chicks, that must be amazing. I mean, you know, that's an option in life, I'm going to say.
If you think about it, if the people they're singing about are the thing that they later claim that they are, with that word that we're not saying, what are they going to do with the chicks? Just sit around and talk about boys?
I like Sting howling like a dog in it.
Yeah, and we think that because in the video, there's a dog in it. I like the bit where Sting's head gets cut off and put in a microwave. Yeah,
that's another good bit.
That's what happens in the video. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you just want to rock out to the riff, don't you? Coming up, the hits just keep on coming as we get into the top 5 of this top 10 of the 21st of August 1985, including an iconic Live Aid song, the UK's slowest number 1, and the song of the 80s. Here's a little taster of what's in store. This top 10, nothing has sounded the same as another one. Everything has been... Or is that just me? Is that my ears because I was 9 when it came out and I've grown up with these songs?
Every year someone has a holiday. Yep. It makes me think, James, I'm going to write a song about it's time to have an eye test or something. It's time to get your boiler serviced. Do you know what I mean?
And it is really hard to listen to this now without going, I'm going to ring dang a dong for a holiday over the top. And I shouldn't do it out loud and it annoys everyone I'm with.
Ha ha ha. I really liked it when you said that, even though you haven't said it yet. I mean, this sounds good. If that's how good the bottom 5 are, how good are the top 5 going to be? Please listen to all the tracks on Spotify or our YouTube playlist. We always like to give you a nudge back to the music. Please rate and review. And, write us a review. We'd like it, wouldn't we?
We can deal with constructive feedback. We're thick-skinned and mature.
And we don't get any money for free, or any chicks, actually. So help us out, would you, please? We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, head to our Patreon community. Help support the podcast. Help it keep going. Patreon.com/Shooby Podcast. And until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo Up.
Bop, bop, shoo up.